Well, the weather outside couldn't be better. They've opened the roof and the retractable windows on the sides, and it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And off we go on EA Sports. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Throwing Jones. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked up by Trey Amos. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number one from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
They'll come out with a three tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now it's JCM, Ja'Cory Crosby-Merritt. Down at the 35, it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second and 7. Now they'll shift things around.
Viking 18.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Colts will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down and 4.
Ready? Viking 18.
Now Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs. Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
On 2-yard pickup, makes it 3rd and 8.
Looking to throw. Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Amos. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet. People diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Welcome to a news with the indicator and the yellow.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Ready.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Tackle there by Nick Cross.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Again, it's Krosky Merritt. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Deebo Samuel, 46 yards. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Jake Moody to kick off.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach it. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here we go, Shaq. Let's go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. Jones. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago. So a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the 1st down.
Pack the 60s.
1st and 10, Taylor now. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Operating from the gun, Jones. A short one there, caught by Warren. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Okay, 3. Let's go. Hut, hut.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Colts are an extra point away. Now from tying this ball game. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7. Spencer Schrader, the kickoff for Indiana.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive as they watch the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Here we go. Set.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to go down again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now Daniel's going to keep it. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. Deep to return is Josh Downs. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones will find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Go! Liking 18.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8.
Ready? 72. Ready?
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Again, it's Taylor. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Here we go, shot. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Check go.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Get it.
Now a handoff to Rodriguez. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Here's Rodriguez. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Ready,
So
set.
3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's Daniels. He'll try to pick it up himself. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing the best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Ready.
Zach Ertz, the man in motion.
60 Vikings.
On 4th down, here's Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
Ready up. Cowboy 80. Ready.
To the air goes Daniels. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Now Daniels going to keep it. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
18, Pioneer. Good.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The career is more at stake when you win your prime. The paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this is potentially a nervy situation this close to their own goal line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Let's go now. Bronco 80. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Now Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McCoy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready.
On 1st down, it's Krosky Merritt. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They'll run once more with JCM. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there at a 1st down.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Here we go. Check. Go.
Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Hot 70. Hot.
Daniels looking to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. But he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a 1st down. Gotta love that efficiency.
A run inside, Krosky Merritt. And he pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolf. Ready.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half, and that trend is continuing here.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
19 Charger, 19 Pioneer. 70 Lions.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That is caught at the 7-yard line. So he's stopped for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down. Jake Moody now on for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Running from the gun, it's a duel. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7. They go with a duel again. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They work now on 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. This is screen to Abdullah. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This taken in by Downs. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here we go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, a dump off for Abdullah. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe down, and a good one.
That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now a 2nd and 6. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So that, a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Here we go, here we go. Let's go.
Throwing now is Daniels. And that's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. A good return there of 17 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Back to throw. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Come on. Set. Cowboy 80.
Looking to throw. Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first down, Abdullah. And he'll get this down over to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Jones. A short one there, caught by Warren.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Operating from the gun. Jones. A short one there, caught by Warren. I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
It's 4th down and less than a yard.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Let's go.
To throw is Jones. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. And his kick is indeed good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Come on, go.
To throw is Daniels. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end Bates. And he'll have it pass midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Forget about matriculating the ball down the field at this point of the game. They needed a big chunk, and they got one. And now, you're one completion away from giving your kicker a chance to win the game.
Ready, set.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Zach Ertz has it complete. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down. Back to throw again. Now Daniel's going to keep it. And he will find his man Samuel. Oh, he's going to be taken down, and now you got to spike it or get the field goal team out there quick. Here's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
And they're able to spike it in time. And they are in range for a field goal that could win this football game. So it all comes down to the right foot of Jake Moody. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And this one is right through. And they will be all smiles in Georgetown tonight as Washington has won it. So a victory here for the Commanders. And this one won't be remembered for many offensive fireworks, but they did enough to get the job done.
And that's why it's a team game, because sometimes you have to lean on one part of your team. And they leaned on their defense. In fact, they probably went over there to ask for some help. Like, guys, we just don't have it in this one. Can you hook us up? And they did in a big way. Said, no problem. Put it on our shoulders. We'll carry you home. And they did exactly that.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Indy.
Yeah, huh? Let's go. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, yeah. It's so fucking so right. It's so right. It's so fucking so right. One album is getting kinda hectic. Too many fans on me like I'm in Texas. 3 years deep now, keeping them guessing. 4-star hotel, what's for breakfast? 5 fingers, give you a blister. 6 at the wheel, you're 6 the mister. Give me your mama, I'ma kiss her. I said 6 rings on me like I'm in Pittsburgh. Motion maker, record breaker. 6 on my chest like an LA Laker. Black belt MC, call me master. 6 on the beat, it's a speaker blaster. Bars are hot, and bars are red. Caesars with the extra chetty, extra style, extra flow, trip for sale, like 5 below. Yeah, in the club now like I'm Diddy. Counting these notes like I'm Nitty. Laugh to the bank, hit the gritty. Go and tell your mom that she really, really pretty. Yo, I called up your grandma. Said this the new age nostalgia. She said that last night she called ya. Said JVB is the future. Palace backpack, Nike snapback. Break truck, stop playing hack sack. All gas, whole lot of motion. Headbang, whiplash past the moat train. Soft up, fits on 10. Yankee fitted, even in my bed. Small town boys up next to bat. JVB make it get slapped. It's so rugged. So right. It's so right. It's so rugged. It's so right. It's so right.
Yeah, hey, down with my brothers from another. Even if I wasn't, treat me like a cousin. I'm from California, speak a little southern. Cheap about a dozen. Can you keep a secret? Look who in my recent. She's so indecent. You don't want no beef with. You don't want no beef with.
Damn, talk to me wild like they ain't try to be down like when y'all 12. You wasn't trying to be Kyle. Copy my style and show it to their friends and try to say that it's them, but y'all know what this is. Red bone on the couch and they both mahogany brown. Gap is so big it can see my house. Then again, my view is too stupid, bruh, for real. Don't forget about who really do this, bruh, for real.
It's so rugged. So right. It's so right.
Killer Cali, go closer. You like a lot of to the clipping in the holster like it's supposed to be closer than your chauffeur. Coaster Nostra, stick up to your nose. This rolling stone and no. California, ill as pneumonia when we confold you with that villain's aroma, pilling out, spilling all your feelings out on the corner, chilling out. Ice grilling my mouth, shout out to soldiers, not pulling the out to show you, but the brains over the rover. They put a coat over the stain, cause for the day we whipping your rain, so you're hitting the bank. Don't forget that the game coded in polars. California bears, take your chain off for ya, because out of all of you squares, I'ma yeah, put it in the air like the motor hit the rotor.
I've been dealing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us, still ride with a in the fleece. I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the higher. These they come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies, they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual forces, fighting the demons.
First opened in 2017. There's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Atlanta Falcons. This one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. And it's a pretty good return here as we'll get this up to the 29.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
They're such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Here's 2nd and 10. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9. throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that's also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And here we go on fourth. Darnold. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. To about the 26 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26. Again, it's Robinson. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 21.
Worry on the stop. Brings up 3rd down.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 1st and goal at the 1.
It's a gain of 20. And the Falcons 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Cougar 19. Lion. Go.
And this play still live. He faked the spike, go to throw it. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they tried to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, Viking, 18.
And looking to throw, Penix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
They'll go for it. Here's Penix. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Falcons take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Seahawks nothing. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Now it's Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave it with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Back to throw, Darnold. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Play action. It's Darnold. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Again, Darnold setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Straight ahead, Walker. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
11 yards for number 11.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge, and they complete the pass there for another first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On the toss to Chardonnay. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And that's why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
3rd and 2. To throw is Darnold. And to find the open man, that's complete. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
For the Seahawks, first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Walker going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and goal from the 1. Here's Darnold. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A.J. Barner, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
16-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but now from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
And 12.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Now Penix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Falcons first down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Robinson up the middle. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
32-yard line.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Here now, 2nd and 4. To the air, Penix. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's going to be out on the 45-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 9 yards is the pickup there. They'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Good work there. You're going to see on play action, they run an out route with the receiver on the outside and let the tight end work the seam in the area beyond him. A great concept, and it leads to a first down.
Hand off now to Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Here's Penix. Well, this one incomplete. Couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Looking to throw, Penix. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
A 45-yard attempt.
And he missed it. Gonzalez has pushed it to the right. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Hard to believe that they could mount that long of a drive and come up with nothing on the scoreboard.
It can be disheartening, it can be frustrating, and can also cause some anger because when that happens, that type of a drive, and you come up empty, you're really looking for someone to blame, and you start pointing fingers at each other.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at second down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. The call here, they need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They snap it, they're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
At the 48-yard line.
Darnold from the gun. He completes this to Walker. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Off of play action, Darnold. They'll get that to Charbonnet. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got a more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Darnold. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. Now Darnold. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love.
And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Jason Myers.
Now Myers for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The score, Seahawks 14, Falcons 7. Jason Myers to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll throw with Penix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll just get rid of it. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Set. Cowboy 80.
A play fake. Now Penix. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's going to carry him out of the side of the end zone. And that, my friends, is a safety, 2 points.
I have to think the sooner halftime can get here for them, the better, because that first half has been rough, and that safety, it only adds to their issues. The other sideline, though, I think they're fine if we just skip the break and keep playing.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. This is brought in at the 21. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Jason Myers to kick off.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think they get back in balance. It'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A give left side to Robinson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Take off.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, 32 yards. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. So there you go. They needed a big play, and they got one there on the touchdown run.
And that was a very important drive. Of course, they all are when you're trailing in the second half. But what I really liked, they didn't panic. They knew they still had time to run the football and keep playing their game.
The Falcons will line up.
They'll try and throw with Pitts. And the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
13. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Faking the give, Darnold. Connecting with Kupp here on the outrun. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's good.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk 1st.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Darnold now to throw. Walker with a grab, left side. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Let's go now.
Penix working out of the gun here. And a dump off here to Robinson. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
On third down, Robinson. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And the Falcons.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll run again here with Robinson. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
This is 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And that's lined up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Whole squad on that rail. 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Real quick. 0 to
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the give, here's Robinson. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 98 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the run, it's Robinson. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
Robinson on a give right side. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. And looking to throw, Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he can make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And it's no good. Gonzalez pulled it. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Well, listen, we know that kickers are not infallible. Every one of us knows that, but still, down by 3 in the 3rd quarter, this is definitely a makeable distance. But he doesn't hit it quite right, and it remains a 3-point game.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Darnold. Gets this complete to Shaheed. Loose inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 39 yards there, a big one.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. On the counter, it's Walker. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
We're going to set. Hey, set.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Cooper Kupp, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team is playing, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
The kick is good.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard
line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup.
They'll drop to throw. That's caught left side with tight end Pitts. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
They'll go play action here with Penix. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 31-yard line.
Now Penix. And he's got his big tight end here. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
It's a gain of 8. And the Falcons.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Robinson. And able to work his way down to the 16. 105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Here we go, set.
Here's Penix. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown again. Darnell Mooney, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and in so doing, cut the deficit to 2 points.
23, Falcons 21. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top. We've taken it right down Broadway. It's a big play there for Seattle. 58 yards. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Walker. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? They'll try and run. Walker. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Myers' kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
This is first and 10.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. This pass is caught by London. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
At the 38-yard line.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Back to throw. And right side here, that's complete. Here's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Finding Kyle Pitts running the slam. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
Set. Cougar 19. Rig it. Hot, hot.
They'll run here with Algier. And he stopped immediately there. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
He's back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
27. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Outside.
Darnold is going to take a knee, and that should just about do it. So the victory here for Seattle. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours. Right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer, Tim Karen, said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time.